This episode is presented to you by NFL Sunday Ticket, now on YouTube and YouTube TV. With NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube and YouTube TV, you can watch your favorite teams' out-of-market Sunday games, plus watch up to 4 games at once with Multiview. Don't miss the race to the playoffs. NFL Sunday Ticket is now just $39 when bundled with YouTube TV, where you get even more football. Visit youtube.com/Spotify offer to sign up now. Lowest price on YouTube TV with base plan. Rest of 2023 season. Terms and embargoes apply. No cancellations.
This episode is brought to you by Chevrolet. Now's your chance to support a team with real grit. The Chevy ZR2 family of off-road trucks. The first ever Silverado HD ZR2 joins the all-new Colorado ZR2 and the Silverado ZR2 for a commanding lineup of off-road ready trucks. Equipped to take on anything this season throws their way. Visit Chevy.com to learn more.
'Tis the season to shine with H&M. Discover the holiday collection and find fashionable pieces for your wardrobe or for under the tree. Get inspired and dazzle with this year's glam. From tuxedo styles, bow detailed pieces, impressive prints, and more. From unforgettable looks to unforgettable gifts. With fashion finds to home decor, find it all at H&M. Treat your loved ones and yourself this season. Shop in-store or at hm.com.
The holidays are a time to feel and create joy. And what could be more joyous than the look on her face as she unwraps a stunning new jewelry piece from Blue Nile? How about getting 50% off your purchase? Blue Nile offers premium quality, priced below traditional retail. Their online experts are available 24/7 to answer any questions and make sure you've picked the perfect gift. For a limited time, you can get 50% off at BlueNile.com. That's 50% off at BlueNile.com.
All right, Cody and Thad are here at Pinnacle, and we are joined by Johnny Russell. JFR is in the house. Big get for us, Thad. We're pretty excited about this.
I know. Usually they only give us like rookies, man.
Yeah. So Johnny, thank you very much for being here. You just came off the training table, getting some work done. What kind of work were you getting done after this training session?
No, it was just a little bit of got a bit of a sort of ongoing hamstring problem. Got tendinosis in my hamstring, so it's been a little bit troublesome since like pre-season. So just constantly getting work on that to try and make it better.
Very nice.
We're probably not supposed to reveal that info, are we?
Ah, that's fine.
He had an official name and everything.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's not a problem that's going to keep me out. It's just something that I've been dealing with, sort of ongoing.
Yeah, didn't slow you down too much in that in this last game last weekend. We were talking on the show last night, or a couple nights ago, that 2-2 draw, things maybe seem to be turning a corner. Like you guys are figuring some things out.
Yeah, I would say so. I think the Columbus game defensively, we sorted a few things out that were bothering us, and then I think that sort of took away from the offensive side of the game. I think we probably focused as a team a little bit too much during the game on the defensive side of it and weren't our usual self going forward. But we haven't really been, probably up until the Dallas game, parts of the Nashville game in the second half, where we haven't been at our free-flowing attacking best. I think everyone can see that. We know that as well. So I think it's just trying to get back to that, and we've got a lot of new guys coming into that as well. So we're just trying to get everyone up to speed. It's took a lot longer than we hoped and expected, but it's down to us. I said after the game, I spoke to Daniel before it, and I said it's about time that obviously we stepped it up. We haven't reached the standards that we set last year. We know that ourselves. So it's about everyone. The guys that played last year, none of us have reached those standards yet. So we have to look at ourselves individually and as a team and realise that it is the start of the season, but we're giving ourselves pretty big gap to climb back to the top, and that's where we expect and we want to be. So not the ideal start or the start that anyone has wanted, but I feel like we are making strides back to what people expect of us.
I was looking at some stats earlier. You made your 100th league start for Sporting. You scored your 43rd goal in MLS competition like you're now 5th for Sporting Kansas City. You've been here for
I'm
a
in
while.
the ranks.
I know, man. You're gonna like take first at some point?
I mean, Precky's first, isn't he? He's still quite a bit away. I think he's on 70 something.
Something like that.
Wow.
I've had a look at.
He knows.
I
Okay,
know.
I
So,
So you have a target, though. I mean, you're not like just randomly getting up here. You're just like you have a target now on these guys.
yeah. It kind of.
Awesome.
I mean, I usually set little targets for myself, but it's always good to have someone to chase. So it was Mo Johnson. You know, I wanted
Oh yeah.
to match him.
You really want to show him up, right?
No, not that. It's just, I mean, I still speak to Mo, you know, probably every week. Speak to Mo.
Cool.
So he was the first one in the sights. I wanted to catch him. And then it was John Spencer for the Scottish record in MLS. I got that. And now that I've got that, then, you know, there's a few guys ahead of me on the sporting, you know, list that, you know, I want to catch. So that's the next one. So I'll be doing everything I can to get close to them. I think Precky's a little bit far away right now, but you know, hopefully I'll have another goal scoring season like I did last year, and I won't be too far away.
I'll say, yeah, Precky might take 2 seasons, right, to catch him.
Oh yeah, he'll take a little bit of time, but no, it's definitely something that I'm trying to do.
You talked about that you mentioned to Daniel. You kind of spoke with Daniel about turning things around. After he won or was earned that PK, was there any qualms there? Did he step up, say, "No, this is mine. I earned it," or what?
No, he actually said to me, you know, make sure you bury it.
I imagine Peter's like set a hierarchy out there. Like you guys know that Johnny's the PK taker.
Yeah, I mean, it was Alan. Obviously, if Alan didn't get injured, you know, I probably wouldn't have hit them last year. You know, it was Elia as well.
That's right.
So those guys took the penalties. I mean, the 18 and 19 season, I won quite a lot of penalties. Didn't hit any of them. So, no, it's just sort of came down the pecking order, and those guys obviously missed out or missed a penalty, and it came to me, and you know, I haven't missed one yet. So it will still continue to be me until that changes. Obviously, if we're winning a game and there's a guy on 2 goals, or if there's a guy that needs a little boost, then I'll be the first one to say to him, like, you take this, this is on you. But no, I think sort of any penalty, I think everyone knows. You know, I practice them a lot as well. So I think everyone knows at the minute, then it's my ball. So
And we know keepers like scout the opposing players to see what their tendencies are. Do you scout keepers to see what their tendencies are? Or is there like a way you read them, or you just pick a spot and go?
I mean, I try and read them a little bit for the most part. I mean, everyone's seen my penalties more often than not. You know where I'm going to go.
And he went the right way too.
Yeah, I mean, most of them do. I mean, they do their research. Tim does a lot of research on guys that are hitting penalties as well. So I know that they do their research. I've missed one in a game, and it was because I changed my mind and went the other way. So,
yeah.
so that's I won't be making that decision. No, I know majority of my penalties go across my body, but I make that decision walking up. But if a keeper goes early, then I'll still change my mind. So most of the time they know I'm going to go that way, but if I do see them going early, then I will go the other side. So there's that sort of thing where they can't go too early.
Right.
And actually one of the Dallas players they were all pointing to that side, and then someone said to him, "Don't go early." So I was like, yeah.
You're probably not a chip it easy down the middle kind of guy, though, are you? You're going to bury it?
No, not Benzema. I don't have that in the locker. Semi-final of the Champions League, just chipping it down the middle, cool as you like.
After missing a PK earlier in the week.
Yeah, he missed 2 the weekend before.
Yeah.
Missed 2.
That was one of the craziest PKs I've ever seen taken. Ballsiest PKs ever.
If you've got the balls to do that, then you know it's a different level of confidence.
Yeah, I'm not near that level, man.
So I noticed your celebration after the goal. It looked like maybe you chose the spot of your celebration intentionally. Was there any relevance there?
Yeah, I did choose that spot. I mean, a lot was made of it, but at the end of the day, it was emotions were running high. In that situation, we weren't doing well. I probably overreacted at the time. I know that, but I'm a fierce competitor. I didn't like the way things were going here, and look, we deserve criticism for the way we played. I'm not above criticism. None of the players are above criticism, but it was just some of the things that were said wasn't criticism that I felt, which I didn't like, and it wasn't even directed at me. There was a few of the players in front of me, and it was sort of directed towards them, and I just didn't like it, and I lost my cool in that moment. But after it, I'm not one to hold grudges anyway. I don't know. I don't think they did either. So it was just something I went over after the game as well, and just says, look, I probably overreacted to the situation, so I apologise for that. But no, there's no ill feelings or bad blood on my end anyway.
I got to think your teammates, even though it may not have been the exact proper reaction, but appreciate that you were standing up and defending them like that. I remember like early when you were here, I think it was Vancouver, you guys were playing, and there was an incident, and you ran from halfway across the field and bumped the guy, and they ended up with 2 red cards out of the deal. But that just showed how much you defended your teammates.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Roger incident. I think that was like my 7th or 8th game. Yeah,
Vancouver?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I've got a problem with that. Think whatever about the tackle or if you made contact, but you've got no idea. When a guy goes down like that, he may have done his ankle, he may have done his knee. You don't know the extent of what's happened, and there was contact there anyway. So I don't know why he was doing that. So I didn't like that. People leaning over a guy that's on the ground. Not a fan of that. So I just went over, and it just happened to be the biggest guy there. I had to give him a little bit, but no, I'm always going to be someone that defends my teammates. And I think they expect that of me, and I expect that of them as well. When you go out there, you've got to have your teammates back, and that was all it was really. A few choice words that I didn't really take too kindly to, and obviously I was already, heated about the game. So I know I'm hot-headed at times, and I can overreact, and I can admit that I probably overreacted to that one. But like I said, don't think anyone's holding any grudges on it.
Yeah, fans know what they get. That's how you earn the name JFR. That's where that comes from, right? Fiery.
The short version of that, yeah. It's JFR.
So Peter was just talking to media here after training. We were asking him about the midfield and, lacking a number 10 and how the front line is having to kind of develop and learn to play a bit differently this season without it, and that you guys are kind of, making that change slowly. So I'm curious as to what changes you've made, how that's been, trying to play with 2 8s as opposed to a 10.
It has been a little bit different. Obviously, we've been used to someone like Gaddy in there who's an out-and-out 10. We have played people in there, but Gaddy's probably the most out-and-out 10 that we've got. Obviously, Marinos can play that position. He showed it in LA, especially the first half. I thought he was really good in the first half. Mm-hmm. But obviously, we're still trying to get Marinos fully fit, and we're trying to get him into our style of playing as well. So that's taken a little bit of time, but I definitely think he's one who can fit that that system. So it's just little tweaks to your game. Obviously, you can't spend all your time out wide. Me and Daniel have been taking it in turns to come inside at times. If the ball's on the other side, then you try and drift in and give that little added support there as well. So it has been a little bit different from what we're used to, but nothing crazy. But like you said, you're going to miss someone like Gaddy. How creative he is, and he just goes past people. So he is a big miss. Obviously, you're going to miss a guy like that, and he's a good guy to have around as well. So it's just been about getting around him as well as Alan, making him still feel part of it, because it's it's a long time, and it's a lonely time as well. So going back to the on field, it's up to us who are out there. We have to figure out a different way, and we have to take the onus on ourselves as well. And we have to be the creative ones. So it hasn't been good enough yet. So it's something we need to keep working on, and it has to be better.
How hard is it for those guys who haven't went through a full training camp to come in and learn this system? I mean, I know Marinos, Nikola, some of those guys didn't go through spring training. So how difficult is it to figure the system out?
I mean, it is difficult. We play different to most of the teams, and I think there's a few teams who play like us, or try and play, the sort of style that we play. There's a few of us that try and do it, and it is difficult. We're a possession-based team, but the possession isn't for no reason. At times it might look a little bit boring, but we're trying to be patient, move a team around, and then when we find an opportunity, we attack them. But we haven't been up to the standards that we've shown in recent years in doing that. We haven't added that sort of final piece where we keep the ball for, like the Seattle game last year, it's like kept the ball for 2.5 minutes, 30 odd passes, 40 passes, and then we score the goal. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do. And I know for some people it may seem a little bit boring, but when you move the ball like that, someone's going to switch off eventually, and that's what we look for. Teams have got their triggers, or they try and force the ball to a certain situation so they can press, but when we've got the players that we do who all want the ball, and you move it that way, someone's going to switch off eventually, and that's what we look for. Like I said, it hasn't been up to the standards yet, and we haven't been good enough on the ball. Our movement hasn't been good enough either, so that's why it hasn't really worked out as of yet. But I'm sure the more time we get these guys in, they've been brought to the club because they have those qualities, they can play in that system. It's just obviously a little bit different from what they're used to, so we have to get them into our way of thinking as well, but obviously sort of keeping their identity and their qualities that, is the reason they've been brought here.
Does everybody have like the green light when they see somebody switch off? Or do they have to like wait for the captain to say it's okay?
Oh no. No, we know we've got a lot of guys with really good game intelligence, so we know when that space opens up, or if someone hasn't done their job or covered the space. You'll see us going from moving the ball sometimes a little bit slower at times to then breaking the lines, and everyone knows, and we all go at the one point. So we know those situations. We know when guys get into a little pocket and they're able to turn, then that it's time to go. So that's sort of throughout the team. It's not one guy saying now it's time. It's just whenever the first guy breaks the lines or plays that pass and makes that decision, we all know from that point, it's on.
Right on. Thank you very much, Johnny. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
I thought you were going to ask him about the car.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, I have an unpopular opinion about American muscle cars, okay? So I'm curious as to where you stand with electric vehicles. Like, where does a Tesla rank in all of this? I know you're a big American muscle car guy. You drive is it a Charger, Challenger?
It's a Camaro.
Oh, it's a Camaro. Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Oh, yeah. Even better.
Yeah, so, I don't mind Tesla's, electric vehicles. I think obviously it's good. I think that's the way we're eventually going to go.
You like the roar of the engine?
Yeah, but of course I still, if I had to choose, unfortunately I'm polluting the air. I'm going for the muscle car every time.
Who else has a cool car on this team? Who drives the 370Z out there?
That's Courtney's.
Oh, really?
Someone rear-ended him last night as well, so you didn't ask him about that. He's not too happy.
We're asking for Courtney next week.
Yeah. I know. He was pretty heated about that last night when we saw him.
Probably tore up his socks too.
Oh no, we brought that up as well.
Did hit and run? Like he didn't even know.
No, it was actually at the airport, and he was parked, and the guy just rear-ended him. So I don't think that'll be a cheap fix to that paint job. But no, that's Courtney's. Marinos got himself a Mustang.
Oh, nice.
I like him better already.
Yeah, Uri has a Mustang. There's quite a few guys that with muscle cars.
Okay.
We're gonna have like a little sporting race someday.
He can't.
I don't know about that. If they can take us to the track, then no problem. But
Yeah, there you go.
not going to be like Alan and post my speed on Instagram.
Yeah, that was probably not the smartest thing to do. What is your dream car? So like when you break Precky's record, you've got the most goals possible, and you retire. What's the car they should gift you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that'll be
Oh,
the
if they
gift.
can gift me?
Yeah,
Oh, if they
that'll
can
be the
gift
gift.
me, I would take. I mean, I'm not going to be too picky on these, but one of the DB Aston Martins. Big Aston Martin fan. If I could choose my dream car and have any
James
car,
Bond.
I would take an Aston Martin. Bond is.
I should have said American, but
I know, no, pretty.
No, that's a better choice.
Pretty iconic.
no, it is.
No, it's definitely be Aston Martin.
Right on. Cool. Thanks, Johnny. Good luck against New York.
Appreciate it. Thank you.